Of Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake. I'm here to ask you for your support. Finding honest Native-centered news is not easy, but with your support, we're able to provide accurate information about Standing Rock, Line 3, treaty violations, and COVID-19 in our Native communities. Please visit Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon and donate if you can. That's Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon. Pinigigi, and thank you for your support.
Phase 2 of the Track and Signals project for the full Metro Blue Line begins June 29th and requires replacement bus service until August 19th. The Metro Green Line will also need replacement bus service at select stations for several dates of the Blue Line maintenance period. Sign up for rider alerts and learn about replacement bus station locations and dates at metrotransit.org/track-signals. Again, that's metrotransit.org/track-signals.
Support comes from the Walker Arts Center. Warmer weather, sunny skies, summer is here. At the Walker, this means mini golf is open on the rooftop. Artist-led activations return to the hillside, and the cinema has a series of curated films. It's the perfect time to visit. Gallery admissions are free every Thursday night and free every day for members and citizens of tribal nations. Learn more at walkerart.org/summer.
Culture prevents so many negative things from happening to us as individuals and as communities.
Strong roots begin with a healthy heart. For Indigenous women, heart health is part of caring for community, culture, and future generations. Even small steps can help protect what matters most. Discover ways to support your heart at hennepincounty.gov/hearts-beats, because your heart beats for generations.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms with a low of 60, then Wednesday, sunshine with a high of 75. Farmer's Kitchen and Bar connects the local harvest directly to downtown Minneapolis. You can find them right next to the Guthrie Theater, open from Wednesday through Sunday. Vegetarian and gluten-friendly options available. More details at farmerskitchenandbar.com.
Portions of Native Roots Radio may be pre-recorded.
It's a good day to be Indigenous.
Get up, stand up.
They are going to become more brutal.
Couldn't cut, hitting cut again.
Because all the hippies were trying to be Indians anyway.
They're going to become more repressive because it's a matter of dollars and their illusionary concepts of power.
Hey, Victor.
We must live in balance with the earth.
And also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee.
I am awake.
Welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, Kadagi to all my friends and relatives in four directions. You are listening to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Robert Pilot. Hey, we discuss local, national, Native news and events. And Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues. We got a jam-packed show today, and I want to bring on our friend, State Representative Heather Keeler, right away. Thank you so much for coming on, State Representative, and really good to see you. A lot going on in your life, a lot of transition, a lot of really good things. Really appreciate you being able to stop in and give us an update of what things you're doing. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me. Today, I'm actually really enjoying a local farmers market. It's pollinator week here in Moorhead, so we have a Flutter Fest. It's all like, I think it's really fun to just re-engage with my community sort of as a community member. I think, you know, as many people know, or maybe listeners don't, this is my last term. And so when we went sine die in May, I still have my legislative term to finish out until January. But it's looking very different now. You know, I'm not campaigning, really just sort of figuring out what's next. And the truth is, I'm resting, I'm rejuvenating, I'm recovering, and I'm sort of learning the definition of what those things are, and have talked to some of my friends, other Indigenous women, and it almost feels like I'm not alone in that when we do find time to rest and take care of ourselves, we feel kind of guilty about it. Like I should be doing more. There's all this stuff that's going on. Like resting feels so selfish. So just really trying to lean into this new sort of phase in my life and taking advantage of it, and re-engaging in friendship and community. And it's been actually really wonderful. And exciting to explore kind of this new version of life.
Well, we all know you as a doer, so you'll be doing things, and you still have your business, Two Feathers, and you have two great children. And well, I guess I don't know. Can we call your youngest one a child? No, he's a man now.
My oldest one, yeah, my
Yes,
oldest
your
one.
oldest. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he'll be 20 in July. He's doing great at college. He's a really wonderful young adult. I think it's interesting, when you don't keep tabs on your kids anymore and they just kind of like come back around and say hi. It's such a wonderful thing. But yeah, he's a young adult. And my youngest has a birthday this week. So we're living in a lot of fun celebrations right now. But yeah, my business, Two Feathers Consulting, have been just out having some conversations, doing keynote motivational speaking. But again, just sort of like resting and not rushing into something, sort of believing that whatever is next for me, I want to be intentional with. Been spending some time learning about what happened with the MMIR office and the changes there that came so quickly. That's a space that really matters a lot to me and a lot of us across, not only Minnesota, but the nation. And so have found some time to maybe spend some heartfelt time investing in that space as well. So yeah, I mean, doing a lot of doing, but sort of on my own terms and seeing what comes out of that. I'm hoping to join you a little bit more regularly, maybe talking about some of the things that are happening in the west side of the state in general. But yeah, see where things go.
Yeah, it's excellent. And as you know, or maybe you don't know, Heather, I know because you've been really busy. I'm also now the chief editor of the Circle, so maybe we can have some correspondence there, some articles coming from that part of the state with you, and keep our community and the Circle is an interesting magazine. The website gets 10,000 views all over the country or all over the world, I should say. So
Yeah.
that fits right into your MO of all the great work you've done and things that and can help our communities. Whoops, it looks like you froze there a little bit. Yeah, well, Heather has been so gracious all these years too as a hardworking representative. She has, spent time with us all these years, and we're going to miss her insights on that. But there's more to come with Heather, and we really appreciate her. We just took her off she just froze up here. I know she may be able to come back on before we leave. But I just want to say it's just been an amazing ride to watch this young warrior work for her community, work with her community, and just so articulate and a smart person. We just have enjoyed her all these years that she's been on. It's just been an amazing it's just been an amazing time, and really appreciate her. Misko, I was wondering if you can jump on for a couple minutes here. Heather won't be able to finish up with us, and one of her phone overheated, and I know that's happened to me before when I've been out there doing live things. But it's just amazing to see somebody like Heather in the community. And Misko, what's your insight? I know you've heard her speak, and she's been a state representative, I believe, for 6 years. So it's been amazing to look up to her. She's really got some great things, and what a great speaker and what a great person in the community.
Yeah, I think it was really amazing. I think when I was a teenager, when I'd go to events and I'd see you there, or just be out in the community, and I'm getting a little feedback, but yeah, it was really cool to kind of go out and see how many more Native American women there are represented in like our politicians. And so I think when I was like 16 or 17, I met Ruth, and we were
That's
having all these.
Heather, you met Heather, you mean?
No, I met Ruth it was like a wrestling thing out in the. Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Yeah,
right.
and then from there, I like caught my eye that like women can be in politics and like have our voices heard and like wearing our traditional regalia, and so that kind of got me interested in like keeping my eye out for role models such as like Heather, such as Ruth, such as Mary, and so it's really amazing that you have them on the show and that they can speak on various topics.
Absolutely. Hey, there's a Two-Spirit powwow going on tonight. I wonder if you have any information for our listeners that might be in their car and they can wheel over to the Minneapolis American Indian Center. But I know this is, I think, the 6th annual, and it's been really a big part of our community, and especially just before this weekend in Pride.
Yeah, I love it. I should have worn my shirt today, but grand entry is at 5:30 at the Minneapolis American Indian Center. That's 1530 East Franklin Avenue. It's open to everybody, so if you're just getting off of work and you're in the area or you don't have anything to do, feel free to stop by. I'm pretty sure the powwow might go until 9. It's an open event for the community. Just meet a lot of new people. It is a great start to, Pride weekend, and as well as being in the Native community.
So you mentioned Ruth Buffalo. She's going to be on next, but also we have a young author coming in, and I know Wendy's really interested to hear her. She's 11 years old. I saw her speak yesterday so eloquently, and I've met them at our store at Native Roots Trading Post at the fair. So it's really going to be exciting to hear her insight. She was speaking on our relatives, our sacred animals, and I'm going to have Wendy come in on too and talk to her. Hey, I want to say this too. We got like 30 seconds before break. Bisco. We have our friend Chase Iron Eyes on locally here on AM 950 right after Native Roots Radio. And boy, oh boy, producing that show, he is just a powerhouse with information. And then again, everybody will see Misco, me, and our guests at Pride coming up this weekend. So we got a lot going on here. And thank goodness Misco's on the spot. Hey, we'll be right back. This is Native Roots Radio. Ho!
Phase 2 of the Track and Signals project for the full Metro Blue Line begins June 29th and requires replacement bus service until August 19th. The Metro Green Line will also need replacement bus service at select stations for several dates of the Blue Line maintenance period. Sign up for rider alerts and learn about replacement bus station locations and dates at metrotransit.org/track-signals. Again, that's metrotransit.org/track-signals.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Maintaining our health, particularly our heart health, is very important to us as a family.
Your heart gives you time with family, time with community, time to pass down what matters. Protecting your heart helps keep those moments alive. A visit with a healthcare provider can be one step toward a healthier future. Learn more at hennepincounty.gov/hearts-beats. Your heart health is essential because your heart beats for generations. Hey, it's Robert Pilot from Native Roots Radio. For a meal that feeds your soul and health, check out Gatherings Cafe. Located in the renovative Minneapolis American Indian Center, Executive Chef Vernon Defoe and team serve up incredible indigenous flavors. Gatherings Cafe has amazing bison tacos featuring lean protein from native wise, corn tortillas, and homemade sides. It's fresh, local food rooted in ancestral knowledge. Stop by for breakfast or lunch. That's Gatherings Cafe, where tradition meets innovation.
I'm Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, and I want to be your next United States Senator, and you are listening to Native Roots Radio.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Robert Pilot, and this is Native Roots Radio. Hey, we're waiting for our friend Ruth Anna Buffalo to come on, but wow, that was really cool what Misko said about Ruth. I remember that was a benefit wrestling match from a local professional wrestling, and Ruth, and I think and she was representative there, but State Senator Mary Kunish was there too. And it was a fundraiser for a shelter, a native shelter. So it was really interesting. I remember Mary Kunish interviewed Ruth for a episode, and yeah, I was always really taken by Ruth Anna because she had this iconic picture of her in a regalia when she was sworn in as a state representative of North Dakota, and it's an amazing picture. It was like, the fist in the air and looking up into the gallery at her family. I'll have to ask her about that someday, but I remember that, and we've been really blessed to have her, Heather Keeler on, State Representative Mary Kunish, over the years here on Native Roots Radio. Again, just what I was saying a little earlier too, we're going to be at Pride, and our booth is 392 at Native Roots Trading Post. Also, Saturday at 1 p.m. live from the AM 950 booth, we are going to be there doing our broadcast, and we're going to have our friend Robert Lilligren on, and then Alfred Walking Bull will be on with us too. Two Spirit natives that will be guests for the hour there, and so really excited about that. And I'm wondering, I don't know who's at the mothership right now, but what is the booth number for AM 950? And I'm hoping the producer from the mothership could just chime in for a second. I don't have that in front of me, but I think it's really important because there is a live broadcast going on all day Saturday and Sunday. But hey, we see our friend Ruth Anna Buffalo, and I'm going to have her jump on. Well, here she is. Hey, thanks, Ruth Anna Buffalo. Thanks for coming on Native Roots Radio. Great to see you as always.
Yeah. Hi, Dosha. Hello, and Madsgidads. Thanks for having Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center on.
Yeah, well, we appreciate the updates and the great work that your organization and all the people in the organization do and have been doing over 40 years. I had my producer on last segment, and we were talking, and she remembered meeting you for the first time at a wrestling match here in Minnesota years ago, and she was saying how impressed she was with you because you promoted who you were. You wore your regalia as a swear and being sworn in, and being a 16-year-old young person, she really admired you and still admires you for all the work you've done for the community all these years. And I know you're here representing the Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center, but it would be remiss for me not to bring up how you have affected people over many years in a good way, all over the country, all over Turtle Island, not just where you're from and where you live now. But I thought that was a great story that she brought up the last segment.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just like anyone else, trying to be a good relative without sounding cheesy or corny. But yeah, I think of my upbringing, and I'm thankful for all of the support systems that my mom put in place that were essentially from our ancestors. And even just growing up in Mandaree, like kindergarten through at least 7th grade, all of my teachers were from the community, either grandmas, aunties, all but 2. And then 2 of the other teachers were from neighboring towns. But yeah, it was, I'm just thankful to have grown up out in Mandaree and been able to experience different things with family, with the cousins, and being out in the country, swimming and riding a horse and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, and I just wanted to give you your flowers because you've been really, really important to Native Roots Radio for many, many years, and you've come on and speaking your truth and supported organizations and things all over Turtle Island, and I just want to let you know how much our listeners and here at AM 950 and civic media across the country really appreciate you and really, really appreciate you and all the things that you do. And also, that was a good, quick segue to what's happening at Minneapolis Institute. I'm sorry,
It's okay.
Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center. I almost called you a museum there for a second. Sorry about that.
Yeah, thank you. We let's see, next Tuesday, we have a couple events going on that are being held at the last Tuesday of every month. During the day is a sewing with Anita Lovelace. And then in the evening is Kids Night Out. So that's next Tuesday, June 30th. We have 2 events going on there. Let's see, this week, today we just had Tuesday Resource Connect, where we provide breakfast and lunch and help get the community and the relatives connected to resources, and just continuing to build off of what our founders did 40 years ago in finding a path forward for Native women and their families. So just trying to carry the good work forward of our founders from Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center. We understand fully it's a huge responsibility, and with relocation programs happening from the early 50s, 60s, and 70s throughout the United States, we know and understand that there are a lot of different tribes in the metro cities, including the Twin Cities, and so we'll have a responsibility to help each other live a good, healthy life. And yeah, that's what kind of comes to mind right now.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm always curious too for maybe a little update of what's going on. I know there was a whole revamping of the shelters and apartments that you have above the resource center. How is that going? It's full right now, and how many units? Maybe you can remind our audience out there about that big service you have for the community.
Sure. Thank you. Yes, this huge undertaking started in 2019. There are a lot of key individuals that helped carry things forward, including like Charlie Farrell, Darren Engelby, Patina Park, and so many others that just worked diligently around the clock to make sure this huge renovation of the top 2 floors, tenant units at MIWRC, came into fruition. The name of the top 2 floors of the building are called Oshki Gakia, which means new beginnings or new path. And so 20 of the 24 units must go through coordinated entry, Hennepin County's coordinated entry system. Lots of different agencies, community partner agencies, provide housing assessments. So if you're able to go on certain days to like NAC, Native American Community Clinic, Franklin Library, different organizations, even at MIWRC on Tuesdays. Hennepin County Streets to Housing Outreach Team is on site to help with assessments, help with follow-up on housing to see where you're at in the process. So 20 of the 24 units must be referred to us through Hennepin County's coordinated entry system. And 20 of the units are studio efficiencies, and 4 of the units are single 1-bedroom units. A lot of our tenants are come from a wide spectrum of needs. Some may not have been inside a house for at least 12 years and have been on the streets. Some are, trying to stay strong in their recovery journey. So it's a broad spectrum, and we're trying our best to protect them, of course, and keep the area safe and drug and alcohol free for sure.
Well, you are doing that. And again, I'm going to segue into how people, after you just heard that, how people can support you and find out more information. We have it out on the screen here, but I want to say at www.miwrc.org. Please click on that and support this great organization. Ruth, what do we got happening next week here? Any updates on anything exciting?
Let's see, next week, we always have the last Friday of every month. So I believe it's going to be this Friday will be the last Friday of the month, is our sweat lodge ceremony in the South Courtyard. Starts at 6 o'clock. Our traditional healing practitioner, George Goglai, leads the ceremony, and Tuesday Resource Connect, Cultural Night every other Monday, and Kids Night Out next Tuesday, along with sewing with Anita Lovelace during the day on Tuesday, and a lot of other activities. But please check our website and our Facebook page, all in caps, MIWRC.
Well, Pinigi, thank you so much, Ruth Anna, for coming on. Hey, we got a really special guest coming up, a young warrior author, 11-year-old Kiki Garcia. I'm really excited to have Wendy and I talk to this young warrior. We'll be right back. Excuse me, this is Native Roots Radio. Ho! Support comes from the Walker Arts Center. Warmer weather, sunny skies, summer is here. At the Walker, this means mini golf is open on the rooftop. Artist-led activations return to the hillside, and the cinema has a series of curated films. It's the perfect time to visit. Gallery admissions are free every Thursday night and free every day for members and citizens of tribal nations. Learn more at walkerart.org/summer.
Programming is supported in part by Health Partners. If you're age 65 plus and qualify for medical assistance, you may also qualify for Health Partners Minnesota Senior Health Options. This all-in-one plan bundles Medicare, medical assistance, prescription drug coverage, and dental coverage into one simple $0 premium plan that also includes $0 medical copays. In addition to saving money, you can get lots of extra benefits and perks, like a dedicated care coordinator, up to $400 each year in rewards for preventative screenings, transportation, a fitness club membership, and more. This can help you live safely and healthy and independently. If you're a senior on a budget, transportation assistance can be huge. Plus, who couldn't use an extra $400 these days? Eligibility information is available at healthpartners.com/oneplan. Health Partners is a health plan that contracts with both Medicare and the Minnesota Medical Assistance Medicaid program to provide benefits of both programs to enrollees. Enrollment in Health Partners depends on contract renewal.
Heart health is more than just the physical well-being. It represents like a foundation of vitality, resilience, and the ability to live fully.
Your heart carries stories of resilience, love, and survival. Caring for your heart means honoring yourself and the generations before and after you. It means protecting your ability to gather, laugh, and be present. Learn more about your heart health at hennepincounty.gov/heart-beats, because your story matters and your heart beats for generations.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Phase 2 of the Track and Signals project for the full Metro Blue Line begins June 29th and requires replacement bus service until August 19th. The Metro Green Line will also need replacement bus service at select stations for several dates of the Blue Line maintenance period. Sign up for rider alerts and learn about replacement bus station locations and dates at metrotransit.org/track-signals. Again, that's metrotransit.org/track-signals.
Support comes from the Walker Arts Center. Visit during free Thursday nights. Every week from 5 to 9 p.m., there's something new to explore. Enjoy date-friendly events like artist talks, performances, and exhibition openings, or explore art-making open library hours and exhibition tours. Settle into your weekend among community. Free every Thursday night and free every day for citizens and members of tribal nations. Learn more at walkerart.org.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms with a low of 60, then Wednesday, sunshine with a high of 75. Farmer's Kitchen and Bar connects the local harvest directly to downtown Minneapolis. You can find them right next to the Guthrie Theater, open from Wednesday through Sunday. Vegetarian and gluten-friendly options available. More details at farmerskitchenandbar.com.
AM 950 KTN up, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Welcome back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Native Roots Trading Post at Twin Cities Pride this weekend, June 27th and 28th. We'll be in booth 392. Come on down and say hi.
Hey, that was a great promo there. Hey, Wendy, I just got to say we have this young author, warrior on today, and I saw her yesterday, Kiki Garcia, and I saw her speak so eloquently. And Kiki, welcome. And I wonder if you listen to the show. I know we've met before at the fair with your father. And one of the most powerful things I heard yesterday is what you spoke about our relatives with hooves and tails and animals. I just want to welcome you on and really thank you so much for coming on. And go ahead and introduce yourself in a good way. Ho!
Thank you so much. Bonjour, Gakanaria, Ningari Gisuku Kalandudu, Kiki Garcia, and Dalsa Ganashi News 101, Mashkizibi and Daddy Bentaguas, Magizi and Dodo. And what I just said in Ojibwe was hello. My name is Western Skywoman. My English name is Kiki Garcia. I am a member of Bad River, and my clan is Bald Eagle. I'm so excited to be on the show today.
Beautiful.
We're excited to have you.
Yes. Do you remember what you said yesterday about the pipestone and about our sacred animals? Do you remember that? That was really hit me, and I wanted Wendy to hear it, and also our listening audience out here.
Yeah, I remember when I was trying to say in general terms is that we learned that a lot of animals have been missing in that place that the special pipestone is, and that a pipeline is going through that special place, and it will make even more animals go away. And it's important to keep that place protected. And I was saying also that in Bad River, Line 5 is something that we are dealing with, and so I feel strongly about when like pipe companies go onto sacred land.
Yeah, and it's really important too, because you really mentioned how important our relatives are to us and how they are our relatives.
Yeah. Because we have a spiritual connection towards the animals, and we have to respect them like they respect us. And yeah.
What do you think, Wendy?
I think that's wonderful. Kiki, when did you start caring so much about animals?
I always loved animals. When I grow up, I want to help animals on farms and stuff. And yeah,
That's
I
wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You could tell us more about the animals. What kind of animals do you think that the pipelines are impacting?
So we saw a lot of native species that have been there for generations, but now they are missing. And when in the presentation, they did this whole video of all the animals that are missing, and there were so many, and it made me really sad.
Mm-hmm. It does it makes me sad too, because when they put the pipelines in the ground, they're digging up the ground, they're cutting down the trees, they're going through the water, and they're really messing their habitat where all the animals live.
And like they explained in the presentation that I went to, they said that that type of pipestone is the only where you can find it in the entire world. It's a special pipestone, and we need to protect it, and we need to protect the animals too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So, wow. Go ahead, one.
Yeah, we all have to stand up for things that are important to us, and the things that touch our soul, and we need to contact our government officials, our legislators. We need to make phone calls and write letters, and go to protests and do anything that you can to help the animals. And when you do that, other people see you doing that, and it brings a lot of awareness. I heard that you wrote a book. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, Fishing by Torchlight. Fishing by Torchlight is about 3 friends who go spearfishing, and they use kindness and honesty on the way. So it's a really good book about treaty rights and about friendship, and yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. And you were the author.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Do you have any books in the future in your head, or ideas for future books?
Yes, I have lots of drafts that are working on. If you want me to tell you about those, I would be more than happy to.
Sure, we'd love to hear it.
Okay, so Jingebis is Jingebis. There's a book called Jingebis I wrote, and it's about this duck who he goes on adventures with the summer maker, the fall maker, the spring maker, the winter maker, and each season is its own chapter and own adventure. And each chapter, I think, has its own message and deeper meaning. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. For a person your age, you're very wise.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm sure you've been told that before.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so happy that you learned all these things and that you're passionate about it.
Thank you. Yeah. I try to share as much knowledge as I can, and I like sharing my stories, not just with Ojibwe people, because Ojibwe history is for everyone.
That's right, it is.
Yes.
That's right.
This is beautiful, Wendy.
Wonderful. I'm going to cry.
Wendy's
really.
You're making my wife cry, Kiki?
Yeah, no, I really care about the animals and the pipeline. They shouldn't be, building pipelines in sacred places. And yeah, we all need to stand up for what we believe in.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
So, Kiki, it says you're a knowledge keeper and a sharer and a treaty rights advocate. Wendy, we're finding that out right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you were an author when you were 9 years old, and you're 11 right now?
Yes, I'm 11. I'm going into 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. And you live in St. Paul with your dad?
Yep.
Where in St. Paul?
We live by the cathedral.
Okay.
Okay, close.
nice,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what school do you go to?
I go to Community of Saints, COS. It's really nice because my grandma lives across the street. So when I'm with her, I can just walk there.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, we really appreciate you coming on the show. I think you're the youngest guest that we've ever had.
So we only got a few more minutes. Can you just tell our audience again really how important it is, not only for sacred sites like pipestone, which pipestone is the only kind of rock in the whole world. So if you have a pipe or any kind of trinket from pipestone made out of that, you are connected to everybody.
Yeah. One cool thing about pipestone that I can share with you is me and my dad. We went to Sweden and we looked at the Ojibwe objects that they had, and we were looking at them and we saw a pipe. And the pipe was black and it had a little bird on top of it. And that really made me think this pipe went all the way from over here to Sweden. And so what we did was we shared that with Bad River to see if they wanted to reclaim those items from Sweden.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a story. That's amazing.
That could be another book. That is amazing.
The traveling pipestone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
So I just want to say this too before we let you go, is that your book that you wrote when you were 9 years old, Fishing by Torchlight, Blackbears and Blueberries Press, and people can purchase that. So I think are they at bookstores or do they need to go through this place?
So the contract with Blackbears and Blueberries has ended, unfortunately. It was only 1 year, but we're trying to maybe find a publisher that would like to republish it. And so we are hoping that we can republish this with new illustrations, and so we can give it a new life. So right now you cannot buy it anywhere because it's out of print, but we're hoping we can republish it soon.
It's a collector's item. That's amazing. Well, Kiki, I want to just say a big Kiki, thank you so much for coming on and really making our day and making our listeners' day too. I really appreciate you coming on.
Of course, Chimigwetch.
Let's do it again.
Okay,
right.
That sounds like a
Okay.
plan to me.
Right on. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Stay with us.
Oh.
Phase 2 of the Track and Signals project for the full Metro Blue Line begins June 29th and requires replacement bus service until August 19th. The Metro Green Line will also need replacement bus service at select stations for several dates of the Blue Line maintenance period. Sign up for rider alerts and learn about replacement bus station locations and dates at metrotransit.org/track-signals. Again, that's metrotransit.org/track-signals.
When we heal from our traumas,
When we face our fears,
let go of our addictions,
when we relearn our values,
when we live our teachings,
respecting our elders,
cherishing and honoring our children,
when we honor and take care of our spirit,
there will be no room left for sexual violence.
Sponsored by the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition.
Support comes from the Walker Arts Center. Visit during free Thursday nights. Every week from 5 to 9 p.m., there's something new to explore. Enjoy date-friendly events like artist talks, performances, and exhibition openings, or explore art-making open library hours and exhibition tours. Settle into your weekend among community. Free every Thursday night and free every day for citizens and members of tribal nations. Learn more at walkerart.org.
This is Chase Iron Eyes announcing a new show on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota, powered by Native Roots Radio. The show is called Native American Patriot Talk Radio. What will we do on the show? We are going to explore and dive into the source of American constitutional sovereignty, the intersection of Native American and legal issues. Find us the first and third Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m. on AM 950.
Hi, it's Dr. Evan Adams, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio. Hey, Victor, you better be listening.
In this portion of the show, we'd like to bring awareness to our wolf and bear populations throughout Turtle Island. Say no to the hunts.
Did you howl, Nikki?
That's okay. Oh,
she just left.
Okay.
Okay. Darn.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you had her on, Robert. That's awesome.
Yeah. And thank you to her father for allowing this.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And and she was amazing. And I heard her speak last night, and I just wanted our audience and you to hear her too. And she did not let me down at all. It was perfect. So, hey, I want to reintroduce my awesome and beautiful wife. Wendy's been an animal advocate for many years and co-founder of Native Roots Radio, and will be at the Pride, so you'll be able to see her at the 1:00 show and also at the booth.
Mm-hmm. We will be in booth 392 at Twin Cities Pride this weekend, June 27th and 28th. Saturday and Sunday, and we're gearing up for that. And we're going to have fun. My art will also be there, Pilot's Palette. So I'm sharing the booth with Native Roots Trading Post. And we'll have a lot of fun. I'm excited about it.
I've seen your hat. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but I just seen your hat that you designed. It's from a painting.
Yeah. So I had this idea. Robert and I went to Grand Old Day in St. Paul, and we were walking around and we saw some art, and this artist was just painting pictures of birds' nests and eggs in them, and that was it. And I thought they were beautiful. So as many of my ideas come to me, I dream about them, which is kind of weird, but I do have dreams about them. So I just had a dream about not necessarily a hummingbird, but a bird that was flying towards its nest, and it had threads of rainbow color threads, and it was building its nest with these rainbow color threads. So, I mean, as soon as I got up in the morning, it's just I just go in my room and start painting, right? So I painted, I decided to paint a hummingbird. I didn't know what bird it was in my dream, but I wanted to make it a recognizable bird, and a hummingbird to me is very recognizable. So I painted the hummingbird, and it has threads of rainbow colors through carrying it in its little beak, and it's flying down towards its nest. And in the nest has the intertwining rainbow colored threads. So what I did was I went to a printing place. It's called Rebel Ink. We use them. They're in the West 7th area. They're awesome. They do all our t-shirts and printing needs. They do a great job. Rebel Ink, give them a shout out. And I worked with John, who does a lot of their graphic designs, and he helped me come up with my art, my hummingbird, and it'll be put on a hat, and my hummingbird will be put on some jean jackets as well. So it's kind of exciting to see your artwork on pieces of, stuff that you're going to wear. So
yeah, it's amazing.
I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
Got to see the hummingbird, especially today, before they put it on the hats, and just the way the stitching is.
Yeah, they really did a great job.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they really do. They're very professional, and they do a great job. So I'm excited about it. It's always exciting to see your art. The other thing that is hard is that Robert was asking me, are you going to be bringing any of your other artwork? And a lot of my pieces I have in the house, they're original pieces. So, I paint a lot of animals, of course. Why not? Of course I paint animals, right? So I do a cow, a sheep, a pig, and a chicken, which is like a series. And I've had prints made of them and I sell those. But the original ones are smaller and they're like a perfect size to bring to Pride, but they're the originals. And I feel I feel emotionally attached to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't sell the originals. It's like the craziest thing. It's like, I don't know.
Well,
but anyway.
I don't think it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm friends with a few artists on Facebook, and they say the same thing. Like a couple of their pieces, like even though they have more art in their house that they know what to do with, there's like pieces that they've painted and they can't sell. So the hummingbird with the nest, I have two pieces, one with a rainbow. It's kind of like pastel colors. It's kind of pretty. It's not as nice as the other one, I don't think, but we'll see if it resonates with anybody. And I just painted those two. So I'm going to bring those two and I'll figure out what other pieces I want to bring and sell at Pride. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah. And I'm excited too to see all that hard work really come to fruition, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of, you'll have cards there,
Yeah,
greeting cards.
We have a lot of jewelry that Robert makes on a laser printer.
It's a laser. What is it? Not a laser printer,
Oh,
but it's a laser
cutter.
Yeah,
Laser cutter. So, Robert will come up with his, whatever designs, and then we put the earrings together. So we have like original jewelry, original artwork, and a lot of our own designs on, T-shirts and things. So
yeah,
it's
and
exciting.
hats.
Yeah,
definitely.
T-shirts, hats, jewelry. We have one woman. Her name's Renee.
Yes.
She's a beautiful beader. So she beads beautiful earrings. So we purchased some of her earrings and we're going to be selling them there. And yeah, it's exciting to have all that.
And then our famous calendars are there. And then we have wild rice and a lot of stuff. But really want to focus on your art too, because it's so beautiful. Are we going to have any light on it? I was just thinking about that.
That's a good question. We do have the battery operated lights, and we could bring all those lights with us and put those around. Of course, it always looks good with lights, right? And yeah. So it'll be fun. I'm excited. It's a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work. Moving in, organizing everything, packing up everything, bringing it all, unpacking it all. Hopefully we'll have good weather. I did look, there's a little bit of rain overnight, but then we don't really know what the tent's going to be like in the morning, because we'll probably be on grass. So I don't know if it's going to be muddy. Yeah, we're just winging it. This is our first year of Pride, and we're really excited to be there and to support the LGBTQ community. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it, but there's a lot of surprise designs that you worked on and I worked on, and the daughters worked on. So
representing Pride, yes,
totally. Say, do you mind if I switch schedule or switch subjects? Last night was really fun.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Twins game.
Yeah, so we went to the Minnesota Twins baseball game, and it was Native American Heritage Night at the game. And I love that they do that and recognize Native American Heritage Night. Yeah, so it was really great.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So you also, I just, now I'm all over the place here, but I just want to mention too, you also have an Instagram. Do you want to?
I have an Instagram also. It's called Pilot's Palette. And I have a Facebook page, and I post all of my art on there. And I have an email also, pilotspalette@gmail.com, if you want to get in touch with me.
Well, you were talking about too that you don't want to bring your originals in during your quest to help save the beagles. You've painted some beautiful beagles, and seriously, that you won't be selling.
I know, like that's another thing. Like I'm so attached to them. I can't. I have to like detach myself from my original paintings and just be like, hey. But I mean, hours go into it, and just
I believe too, just like beaters, there's a prayer in every stroke for these sacred animals.
Yeah.
I really believe that you do that, and there's so much thought in the eyes and things like that. So it's very spiritual in a lot of ways.
When I do pet portraits, I do a lot of pet portraits for people. I always ask them to tell me about your pet. Tell me their quirkiness. Tell me what they like and they dislike. Tell me what they do that's funny. And so, like, I could think about the animal while I'm painting them. It really helps me, get their soul and the eyes right. And so I just, I'm just not painting, oh, this is just a beagle. No, this is Einstein, and he was at the Rigland Farms, and he was rescued, and now he likes to, play in the grass, and he has a red ball that he plays with. So it's just like, you really think about it a lot. At least I do anyway.
Up next, hey, Chase Iron Eyes. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Ho! This has been Native Roots Radio.
The city of Minneapolis